Krajicek continues to put the pressure on Spadea. Anything that is dropped short in mid-court or on the second serves, Krajicek is in on him, and he gets a double break, 5-2.
Does this remind you of your financial situation? Trapped because you need a loan but don't know where to turn? Where do you go when you want to consolidate your existing debts into just one manageable monthly repayment? Or improve your home? Or buy a newer car? Even if you're self-employed and unable to provide up-to-date accounts, or consider yourself to have a poor credit rating, there is an answer. Call 0800 858 858 and Ocean Finance could help you. As long as you are a homeowner, you can get an in-principle decision over the phone now. You'll be under no obligation when you phone. There are no interviews, and no salesman will call. Our loans can be used for any purpose. We will consider all circumstances. So for that homeowner loan, call us now on 0800 858 858. That's 0800 858 858.
Not the best of seasons, you could say, for Krajicek since Wimbledon. He's played 3 events. Lost in the first round of the Canadian Open, then reached the quarterfinals in Cincinnati, and then last week in Long Island lost to Bodan Ulirach in the second round. So Krajicek's form coming into the Open not good, but what we've seen so far, excellent.
The trouble for Krajicek is that the rest of the American hardcourt tournaments, the courts are so slow. Probably 25% slower than here at the US Open. So he'd be serving bombs everywhere else, and they'd be hitting the court and just sitting up and saying, hit me. That makes it very difficult for him. But here at the US Open, they are really coming on.
39.
Second double fault for Krajicek. He's always going to serve a few doubles, purely because he goes for a little bit more on his second serve. So for me, that's acceptable.
Yeah, I agree with you. It actually sounds odd, but for Krajicek to serve a few doubles against Spadea when he's ahead in the count, 30 love, for example, is not a bad thing, because it doesn't allow Spadea to hit weak second serves and get some sort of rhythm and start to see the ball.
Fifth ace, and a pretty convincing set from Richard Krajicek. Number 12 seed, serving well, and again using his favourite serve out wide. I think probably 4 of his 5 aces have been in that direction.
Yeah, but what do you think, Chris? I think that Spadea is running at the serve, so if he doesn't see it early or guess 100% right, it's buy him before he can react. If you're going to take the serve early, you have to be picking it up very early. And that ball wasn't even that wide, but Spadea was so close in, he couldn't react.
Look good from where we are, looking really right down on the line. Let's have a look from the reverse angle. Yeah, side edge. Wally Masur raises his eyebrows. It's a better start for Spadea than he had in the first set when he dropped his opening service game. Spadea 1-love, second set, first set Krajicek.
I just wonder how much... Well, Krajicek played very well. He served particularly well, but I thought Spadea looked a little sluggish, and I just wonder how much of that is due to the fact that he's played 10 sets in his last 2 matches. That really does take a lot out of you. And the days that he played, it wasn't overly warm, but it was humid. We saw a lot of players gamble, cramped, and Medvedev was suffering from a little exhaustion. That must have taken a bit out of him. So I wouldn't be surprised if he starts to loosen up as this goes on. There's the first serve percentage problem there for Spadea, because if he misses that first one, he knows that Krajicek will be all over the second serve. Krajicek 18 winners, very impressive. He had 5 aces, excuse me, and 13 other winners, and a lot of those would have occurred at the net. So it was a pretty impressive set there from Krajicek. Two breaks, 6-2, very comfortable.
I suppose when you listen to most players speak, they always want to get through the first week unscathed with not too many, if you like, miles on the clock. And Spadea has run up a few miles already, and Krajicek hasn't, and he's looking the fresher Richard Krajicek. But as you said, Wally, Spadea may just shrug it off a little bit. Love one, second set.
I always like that quote of Pete Sampras talking about players putting miles in their legs in the first week and playing too many tough matches and then being exhausted in the second week. Sampras said, you can't win a major in the first week, but you can certainly lose it. Some journos were asking him, they felt he was coasting through the first week, just doing enough to win, not really putting himself on the line, and that was his reply. He's won a few, so he's got a bit of experience over 2 weeks.
39.
I've been at the business end of 2 major tournaments in singles, and it's funny, you have to... Normally you play a week. If you win the tournament, it's a week and it's over in a blur. But for 2 weeks to be so focused and disregard everything else that's going on in your life... Well, the off-pace first serve there for Spadea. He saw that one very early. But it's a great effort from Pete Sampras to have won 12 majors now. Not just physically, but mentally too.
It's what he's capable of if Krajicek doesn't paint the lines.
You can just see there, he takes it so early, Krajicek hadn't time to make the service line. If you've got a young kid that's about to start to play tennis, make sure they return with 2 hands on the racket on the backhand side. It is a huge advantage over the single-hander.
Encouraging signs for Spadea, though, even though Krajicek held his serve, encouraging for this young man here that he's starting to latch on to a few of the first and second deliveries of the Dutchman.
15.
Certainly well supported tonight. Vincent Spadea, the crowd, getting right behind him.
And starting to pick his game up, we think, Vince Spadea. No breaks early on at the start of the second set.
I'm meeting someone, but I'd quite like to freshen up first.
It's just over here, sir. Thanks. Hello.
The best things come to those who loaf. Here's to maximum refreshment, minimum effort.
You smell nice.
Thanks, I've just been to the lavatory.
At B&Q, we'll match any price, even a sale price, and beat it by a further 10%. If you don't believe me, put our price beater promise to the test. This B&Q kitchen costs £1,500. If you can bring us a quote that's even 1 penny cheaper, then we'll sell it to you for £150 less. That's the B&Q price beater promise in action. You can do it when you B&Q it.
It's a strange old night here at Flushing Meadows, day 8. It's a very misty evening. If we look from our position high up in the stadium, look at the floodlights, there's a definite fog almost low cloud level.
There's actually been warnings on the TV of flash flooding for the New York metropolitan area for later tonight and tomorrow morning, so they are expecting some very heavy showers as a spin-off of Cyclone Dennis. Tough for Spadea. You can see he's really trying to charge that serve. But have a look. Serve at his body. He's inside the baseline. That's the result. We see so many great shots from the back of the court these days, but to dig out a low volley like that, hit it that hard and keep it inside the court, it's a great art. It's a good skill, particularly for a big man like Krajicek.